Ew, I just looked at the ad on the bottom of my Stickam page. It's for that cancer treatment center. I mean, isn't that a fucking disgusting thing to put fucking little banner ads for? Ew. Ew. Like you're in Stickam and you're saying, oh, yeah, I have cancer. Oh, I just happen to have cancer. Oh, that's so convenient that I have the ad there to click on now that I have cancer. I mean, what? How does that even work? It's fucking disgusting. Oh, whatever. I don't need ad blocker. First ad I've seen in like 3 years. Bucktooth Cowboy. Yeah, he was here last week. Very briefly. Alright, we need a subject, people. Let's see. Really aren't any new subjects. Probably used them all up. Nipples comes to mind, but I don't know
Let's
why.
go with music. We already did movies and current events.
Oh,
Multiverses.
So you got a choice, nipples or music. Alright, well I guess we'll go with music. Because that seems polite. Talk about. I like music that kind of goes la 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 la. That's like, I like that kind of music. This kind of la 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 la. It's my favorite kind. It's weird about classical music though. Is I guess they wrote a lot of this stuff for operas, and so like the music is like 10 or 15 minutes long or more. And it's like some pieces are so brilliant, and it's like the rest of the song sucks. So it's almost like that, like from Apocalypse Now, that March of the
Definitely. There's some glimmers of brilliance.
Yeah, it's like little piece there, where they did the helicopter thing and the whole shooting thing, and that piece of music is like brilliant, but the rest of that song sucks. I mean, Beethoven has a lot of stuff like that. It's like it goes, and it's like this whole brilliant part, and it goes, it's just like, how the fuck could he write the middle brilliant, and it's like that end part and that beginning part totally suck. Yeah, I know. Well, Bach is just too cliche.
Epiphany, fucking orgasm, and then he had to fill it all up with some shit.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's like real life. I ate my sandwich and it was peak moment, and then I just kind of tailed off after I had my sandwich because I didn't have any potato chips.
Cool. Chopin, Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, well, Bach is supposed to be like the ladies supposed to like Bach. So you're always supposed to say you like Bach because the ladies like Bach. That's what I heard anyway. But I happen to like
Sebastian Bach. I do have an appreciation for.
Yeah, well, Mozart. I didn't like most Mozart, but there's one song. There's one little melody thing. It's just so. It was in that movie Amadeus, and they played it in that one little part, and it's just the prettiest piece of music ever written. It's just this beautiful little piece of music. And the rest of the shit, I'm like, who cares?
What about current? Any music? Any genre?
I don't have a radio. So I don't have any music that comes in here on the radio. I have current music. It's like I haven't heard any music in like 15 years. No, I did hear some of that Lady Gaga stuff, but before I don't listen to that because, chick thing.
No, count that out. That fucking shit is terrible.
But she does that visual
I try to
thing.
avoid the topic.
It was really true years ago when they said video killed the radio star. Completely.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily true, though. I mean, there's a lot of good videos made, you know, in the 80s. There's a lot of good songs and videos. You know, it's good stuff.
Oh yes, like I see it more coming into light now, like with things like Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, like all this fucking pop bullshit. They don't even sing, the whole goal is to perform. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, Britney Spears, I really don't get that, because that's stuff I can't listen to it. But she looked pretty good when she was in
She looks like a fucking dude. She wasn't even hot.
Oh, yeah, well, she was pretty hot in that red thing. And when she wore that red jumpsuity thing and she did that song, well, that one was okay.
Oh, when she was 15,
well,
sure.
that was okay. And then that last one she did that I saw where she was like in a locker room or something, almost nakedy on the bench thing, that was pretty good. But yeah, everything else she did sucked. Well, the Catholic girl thing, okay, I have to admit.
If we did like the paper bag thing over the face, it'd be fun. Cool.
Yeah, well now she's just too dumb. You know what I mean? It's like we've seen her too stupid. You know, we've seen her wet her pants and be a pig and be a slob, and it's like she almost like you look at her and you almost say, ooh, she smells.
You know, I think we should all listen to whatever the president says, y'all.
Yeah, she would have just kept her mouth shut and just stayed out of the Inquirer. You know, yeah, she was doable, but now it's like, yeah, you're just like, oh, no, I ain't going to agree with that one. I mean, if they gave it away with a rebate, I don't think I'd buy it. I'd still do Madonna though, you know, just because she's Madonna, you know, just because she's done everything, been everywhere.
She has a pretty impressive frame. She's got a famous vagina, you know. Just overlook the veins. It's doable.
Yeah, just out of, like I said, just out of Madonna-ness, you know, you just do it just because it's Madonna, you know, just the whole, if you put the whole thing together, it's just, yeah, all right, you have to do it. It's Madonna, damn it. Well, her arms might be an old man's penis, though. You know, theoretically, right? I mean, she's got $1 zillion. I'm sure she could buy.
She may have photoshopped about penis.
You know, I'm sure she could buy some old man penis. You know, so she probably has had some old man penis sewn on. That would be her style. That would be exactly what Madonna. If you ask, like, what would Madonna do? That would be the answer. She would sew an old man penis on.
Rich old man penis.
So, back on the subject of music, let's see, who else can we rag on? Let's see, let's rag on the dead. Yay. Oh, Jerry Garcia, I forget about.
Grateful Dead, they were decent.
They were? I mean, come on. I mean, they were like 1987 Beach Boys. Okay, yeah, okay, it's okay. Yeah, you're having a tequila or something. You know, but their music was just kind of like, oh well, this isn't the Beach Boys, and this isn't any. You know, this is just kind of crap.
G.G. Allen, that's fucking crazy. That guy was insane. Soundgarden is awesome. Did you guys hear Edward Kern's cover of My Wave? I thought it was pretty impressive. Haven't heard that album in a long time. It's pretty good.
Forever.
Super Unknown, that one was fucking super awesome, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could take Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, a lot of these things, and it's like one song. They're one-hit wonders to me. I mean, although they made like 15 albums, they're one-hit wonders. There's only like one or two songs out of any of them that I can tolerate.
The Beatles were amazing. The Beatles were.
Yeah, they just didn't do it for me.
Floyd and the Beatles are one-hit wonders.
Pearl Jam was pretty fucking awesome.
You know, you always gain more respect too over time sometimes. I mean, it's like Queen. You know, I couldn't deal with Queen just because of their name. You know, when I was in high school, Queen was really big. And I was like, fuck that. This is whole, but Queen, it's all faggoty. You know, I was like, come on, it's faggoty. You know? But man, in hindsight, I'm like, oh, yeah, I was so full of shit. I mean, the guy is fucking brilliant.
Freddie Mercury was a fucking amazing vocalist. Amazing. Apparently, Sacha Baron Cohen is going to portray him in a documentary, or like a docudrama or whatever about Queen.
You know, good luck. Man, that's a hard, whatever you call that, act to follow. Yeah, it's hard to do that. It's like playing.
Yeah, he was gay. Who fucking cares if he was gay? Why not we fucking analyze his talent? Who cares?
Yeah,
I can't believe we're still talking about Freddie Mercury's gay.
Yeah, it's just an asshole.
Yeah, you either get that really right or you fucking flop it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like finding somebody to play Charlton Heston. You know what I mean? Like if they made a movie about Charlton Heston, who the fuck do you get to play Charlton Heston? I mean, come on, that's gonna be that's a hard case to follow. I mean, how do you do that? How do you do
Reanimate Charlton Heston. Use some CGI. Have Andy Serkis fucking live action him.
Yeah, you're right. That's what you'll have to do is like make it like claymation, claymation Charlton Heston. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Get Robot Chicken on
Singing, we didn't hear it by the grapevine.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just shut up about the crap of the chick who's going to kick you out of the room. She's got power now. It's really irrelevant how gay Freddie Mercury was. The point is he wrote incredible music. He performed incredible music. It's like Meatloaf even. You know, like Meatloaf in his prime. I mean, that was just brilliant. Dashboard Light and shit. I remember seeing that on Don Kirshner's rock concert. I mean, there's actually a show called that. And Meatloaf performed that live, you know, on that show. And it was like, I was playing chess with some guy. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was watching. I was like, holy fucking shit! It was the first time anybody ever played like an 8-minute video ever, anyway. But it was just like I was just amazed at what I was watching.
The fucking song is amazing. It's fucking epic, man. It's so awesome. It was just so creative, so organic, so different.
Yeah, just the visual was bizarre. I mean, you know, the chick was yelling. I mean, the whole thing was just so, like, you just never, this was like, what the fuck did I just walk into? But it's funny where the hell that goes. I mean, it's like I said, the Beach Boys. What the hell happened? So you're brilliant for 2 years, and then you do nothing. I mean, I just don't get that.
Oh, Metallica. Metallica is pretty fucking awesome too.
Yeah, I didn't really get that one. And what was the great song? What, the old guy mopping the floor song, or what's the other song was there? So I can't even remember their songs. Their songs were so nothing to me.
Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Nirvana didn't do much for me. I liked him when he was.
Power chords all the way.
I liked,
so fucking ridiculous.
I liked him when he was.
I like the idea. I like some acoustic work of theirs, but Teen Spirit fucking.
Yeah, I liked when he did the, MTV Unplugged or whatever. He did that show and did a set. And
that was awesome.
I was like,
they did like
I
Penny
said,
Royalty,
this is fucking, this is
the
good.
Man Who Owned the World, Lake of Fire, pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I gained a lot of respect from there. You know,
Yeah.
they had lost, you know, with the rest of the crap, and it was just like, yeah, okay, I can see you. You know what the fuck you're doing. You know, I mean, even though he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, you know what I mean? It's like he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Just like Sublime, their singer was fucking amazing.
I like them Swedish chicks. What are they called? Ace of something? Ace of Base. Yeah, I like them. That was good stuff there. That was sort of like a little ABBA. That was like
Ace of
junior.
Base, ABBA.
Yeah, that was like junior ABBA. I like that. Ooh, she fell out of the room. Ace of Base. That was her rapture. Raptured her with Ace of Base. Or Base of Ace, or whatever the hell it was. Yeah. Oh, I felt sorry too because the one chick apparently had like an anxiety disorder. She didn't like to travel, and that was sort of like what really limited them because they couldn't do any U.S. tours because she didn't like to go on airplanes and didn't like traveling, and so I felt kind of bad. Look, I need to be blocked. Is there a problem somewhere? Sorry, I'm not paying much attention. Oh, the Go-Go's, yeah, in their prime. That was okay, the Go-Go's. Ooh, Heart. Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Heart was pretty good for
Yeah.
fucking pussy back.
Yeah, I liked Heart. Heart had that nice little, whatever that was going, you know, the dark light thing and the eye thing and the, I don't know, had a lot of good stuff going on there. I like both those chicks for different reasons.
South Park had it right when they had Stevie Nicks as a goat.
Yeah, well, see, that one goes way back for me, you know, Fleetwood Mac. So Stevie, I was, you know, I had a thing for Stevie Nicks in her hippie days. So.
She's decent looking, but not the greatest singer that she's popped out to be.
Yeah, no, it's just that you did that, you know, on the on stage.
Yeah,
I just had the images, like I said, as an adolescent. I kind of grew up with that one, so it's like Stevie Nicks was just so doable for me.
Yay. Do you like Dylan?
Nope, I hated Dylan. Hated. They never understood it. Couldn't make any sense out of any of it. It's like Janis Joplin couldn't get any of it. Just like, what the fuck is this shit? I mean, why don't you just go on stage and fart? I mean, it was just like, what the fuck is she doing?
I'm sure she did something.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you hear it, she's this pig.
Just like Jimi Hendrix. Like,
yeah.
he's, if you look at a Guitar World magazine, he's in the top 10 fucking guitar players in the world. That is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and the only thing I liked about him was that
wait a
complete
second.
butchery of the national anthem. That was the best. That was the best Hendrix song for me. Was the way he just when he fucking butchered the national anthem, and that was like brilliant. And everything else was like, who the fuck cares?
And what are you talking about? He is obviously one of the best guitarists ever. Hardly anybody can even play the music he wrote. That's so offensive.
Yeah, well, to me, it was just like, I remember getting stoned and somebody put a Hendrix record on, and I'd get all pissed off. It's like, could you turn that fucking noise off? I mean, fuck.
There's not one Dylan song you like at all.
Well, what does he say? I bought a newspaper and whapped the cat with it. And I sing like a goddamn squeegee motherfucker. And I don't sing about a goddamn thing except I got a flat tire on my bicycle and a bingo, jingo, bingo, bingo, jingo. Who the fuck can listen to that shit?
I do.
Like subterranean homesick blues. That song.
I didn't give a
Really?
fuck
Angry is
about.
not
You
the
know
best
what?
guitar.
I was all about the music, and I really didn't give a fuck what the words were. Okay, somebody could be singing "fucky sucky fucky sucky." I don't care what the fuck they were saying. It was music, all right. And Dylan was all this fucking just yammering. Who the fuck? I couldn't tell what the fuck he was saying. I didn't give a shit. And the music sucked. The music wasn't even music. It was just. I'm just a ragging on something. I'm ragging about it here. I'm complaining and bitching and complaining and moaning and complaining.
How about Ash?
Okay. That's yeah. That makes sense. I don't know. I just always thought Dylan was just cool. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, it's just my taste. Like I said, I was an adolescent back then, so I mean, my taste was, Linda Ronstadt or something. I mean, I wasn't, fuck this, whatever he was. I mean, I paid a price for it because, my friends were all in, Dylan, man, it's Hendrix, man, it's Hendrix, man. I was like, I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is. Put something else on.
I didn't care about Hendrix.
Music first when I was
I
younger.
just thought Dylan was like, I don't know.
No, I mean, just people that were just listening. I mean, like Elton John was so easy to listen to. Okay, a lot of the music was crap, but it was just easy to listen to. I mean, you'd go into a place to play pinball, and Elton John would be playing in the background. It was so tolerable.
That's the wonderful thing about music. It's completely subjective. It's all aesthetics. Whether you like it or you don't. And you could say, well, I think it fucking sucks, and somebody else can think it's the greatest thing since Pants with Pockets. That's what's a great thing about it.
Well, it's kind of the sucky thing about it too. Haha. It'd be nice if people actually agreed about shit, and then they wouldn't have to kill each other. Because, man, I was about ready to, a couple of times, man, I wanted to run over some of my friends. Yeah, Laurie Anderson's a weird one. Lots of weird ones out there. That reminds me of that, what's that tall blondie chick? She used to have the group with the little guy. This dark-haired guy. Tall blondie chick. Oh, what's her name? Oh, come on, I gotta know this one. Oh, come on, people, you know this one. Sweet Dreams.
Rammstein.
No, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This? No. Yeah, that's her, right? Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. Yeah, Rhythmics, that's it. What's her name? What's her fucking name? She's pretty amazing. Yeah, Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox.
She's pretty fucking amazing.
Rammstein was amazing. I saw them last Friday. Fuck, they rock my world. But I would not say that they have one of the best guitarists. I would not. It's the act, it's the fucking words that Till Lindemann says. It's the whole...
That's like that Van Halen thing. They were way overrated. Jeez. Jump.
Fuck David Lee Roth is too fucking homo.
Jump. Yeah, oh, that's a great song. That was pretty good. I'll record you. I could sell that.
Not an orgasm, by the way.
I could sell that, I think.
Okay, but my Hendrix comment, I did not say he has no talent. I did not say he wasn't great. I think he was great. I love his music. I just will not say he was one of the most amazing guitarists. I just will not. I cannot say that.
I guess it depends on how you're looking at it. I mean, for his time, for like just a cold guitar, cold electric guitar, he was pretty amazing.
He was innovative, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would not say
so if you want to have like if you want to have a scale of innovators, top 10 innovators, then Hendrix gets put on the list. But yeah, as for being like a Mozart, no, he's not on the list. Ooh, Zomgits. Yeah, I was just gonna start talking about Prince. Yeah, Prince was a weird one. I hated Prince. And then he did some couple of songs. I said, "Oh, that was pretty good."
You didn't love Little Red Corvette?
Yeah, I guess maybe it's just that people played it. Maybe it was just the wrong time in my life. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I just hated Prince.
You weren't moved by Purple Rain?
Yeah. Oh, that movie
What
too.
a
The
creepy
movie.
little
Remember that
short
movie?
fucking
Remember they
weird
made a
dude with his
movie.
fucking Arab fucking pencil.
They made like that movie Purple Rain. That was so bad. Oh, I can't even remember what it was about. It was so bad. It was like just raining. I don't even remember the fucking movie. It was so bad. That's so funny. Ah, so Zomgits left the room. Didn't even say goodbye to Finch. It's probably a new computer.
Old Slipknot was pretty crazy, but that will never happen again because fucking Paul Gray's dead. I saw them last year. They were fucking amazing. That's one band that lets their hate out. That's for sure.
Ooh, Lita Ford. Ooh, somebody said metal songs. Ooh, I like Lita Ford. Yeah, I like her. That fiery, icy thing. I must have watched that a million times. Her just crawling around on the ground and shit. Oh, that was good stuff. That's good music, man. When chicks crawling on the ground, it's good fucking music. Yeah.
Like the Runaways.
Yeah, I didn't really get the Joan Jett thing. She was kind of wacky. You know, Pat Benatar, she was a little too, dykey for me. You know, I'm kind of a hair guy and all that kind of stuff, and she was just too, she was too aggressive. You know. Couple too many balls.
The Pretenders were decent. Blondie was cool. They were different. They had a sexy chick in the band.
Yeah, and it was interesting, like the Tide is High and stuff. There was some interesting songs they did when they went all punky. You know, like they did those regular songs and the punky thing, and that was some pretty good stuff in their punky period.
You said you like the Eagles, didn't you?
No, I don't like the Eagles. I think Eagles should be allowed to free. They should be flying free. Nobody should be eating them.
Okay, let's keep it real. The Police were not worse than Rebecca Black, some 13-year-old Jewish girl who was auto-tuned because her daddy has the fucking money to make an album. Come on, at least the Police had some fucking talent.
Oh yeah, come on, Stink made some great songs. I mean, a couple of Roxanne, and then you had that fucking whatever one when he's playing the bass, whatever the thing he is, and that's some good songs.
You like the band, the Eagles, like Hotel California. You said that, right? Like.
Yeah, well, they I sort of put in my one-hit wonder category. You know what I mean? There's like 2, 3 songs really good. The rest of it is I could do without.
You know who is really amazing, and I'm not biased because I'm Canadian? Rushed. That band is fucking awesome.
Hey, have you guys seen Katy Perry's new music video?
Yeah, she's a stupid bitch. Who cares?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I thought the video was pretty well done.
It's just sugar-coated shit. She has no fucking talent. Her songs are so terrible, so annoying. There's no fucking basis for any.
Yeah, but the video was actually pretty cool. Like, I know the song sucked. That's why I play stuff over it, you know. But I watched the video. The video was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, so that's kind of a lame thing to bring up as music. That's like bring up
I guess
Natalie
in a way I
Portman
could
or
appreciate
something.
the video because I'm sure she had no fucking, she put no effort into it. It was someone else's creative idea.
Yo, Gary, what's your favorite ABBA song?
Well, whatever. Yeah, whatever. That was it. No, well, look, I like Winner Takes It All. I mean, just for the music thing, just because the words and the fun, this as a song. But the one I listened to the most was, you know, My Love, My Life, or something, or whatever it's called. It's just really pretty. It's just they just keep saying the same shit
I
over and
figured you were
over.
gonna say Dancing Queen.
But it's really pretty. No, I hated Dancing Queen. I didn't have any use at all for Dancing
Did
Queen.
any of you guys see that South Park episode when they had Wing doing the fucking ABBA song, Dancing Queen?
Yeah, and it's, you know, Dancing Queen was a joke instantly. It's like, you know, that was just such a weird song. But those guys were kind of clever, though. I mean, you know, using like the toy piano, you know, different little things they did. They were pretty clever guys. Yeah, I never really got the Rocky Horror Show thing. Really just, you know, the chick in her underwear was good.
Did love Tim
but
Curry and his whole fucking garter
yeah,
time.
no, it just really didn't do much for me. Like I said, the chick was good, but the rest of the movie just didn't do much for
He's
me.
better than Tim Curry and Sue.
Yeah, even Meatloaf couldn't save that movie. So, Karina, is your computer working properly? Is it adjusted to a Romanian electricity without blowing up?
I don't know how my mic sounds. It's the first time I'm using the camera thingy and the microphone. But yeah, you read my blog, you saw my video on my blog.
Yes, I did. Very pretty computer.
I actually have a good question for people that are outside of the United States. Do you guys have to have like, do you guys have different connectors than we do on your you know, power supply?
Karina even had that in her video. She showed the little special adapter that she has to plug into her computer to use it properly.
Yeah, Europe is completely different. They have a completely different system. But Canada is exactly the same as the States.
Kind on, does it say like Windows instead of Windows?
No. Fucking bigot. But she did have her naked feet in the video. I saw that. I saw the naked feet. Yes, I did.
1 foot. One.
Well, you can call it fruits. I can call it feet.
Back to music, what do you guys think of the Metallica S&M record? I thought it was pretty amazing.
I don't know. Does that have the gender song on it? I don't know. I don't know the FM records. I'm sorry. Can't comment.
Metallica.
Yeah, they just do that. Like they bang on drums a lot. I know, but Metallica did a lot of that banging stuff. Bang, 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 bang. I sucks. Blah 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 blah. You stink. Blah 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 blah. But I don't give a damn because I'm going to get me some potato chips. Blah 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 blah. The music was all kind of yelly.
That's what their lyrics should be, just about getting potato chips.
Yeah, all songs should be about potato chips.
Potato chips are awesome. All dressed all the way. All dressed.
Yeah, it's definitely a top 10 food. I mean, definitely top 10 food.
I saw you removed Coughlin. I was just checking out your channels. What has been going on since I was gone? So much
Well, I just
drama.
decided to mix it up a little. I'm just punishing him for the short run, just because I just thought it was kind of bullshit. I mean, the whole Thunder Footy thing, the porn on the head thing. He's playing around, joking with these guys, and it's just high school behavior. I mean, we fucking shouldn't have anything to do with that kind of crap.
I heard that the Happy Cabby has cirrhosis. Geesh.
Yeah, yeah, I did mention it before, but there is a blog TV or something raising money for him, and so anybody who feels compelled should go do that and such. I never liked Happy Cabby actually, but whatever. But yeah, it's no good
But
cirrhosis.
what can they do? I mean, I thought cirrhosis was terminal.
Yeah, well, it takes a while to kill you though. Eventually you have to have a liver transplant. That's the only really cure for it. Who's doing the music thing? But stage 2 to stage 3, or however you want to measure it, it could take 15 years from you go from one stage to another stage. So if he takes medication and he's careful, whatever's left of his liver he can keep alive. Who's doing that? Who knows who's doing the music thing?
Weird Al's pretty awesome.
And now I killed the fucker. Yeah, you're not gonna play any 7-minute fucking songs. 7.5 minute or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, really, could have made that a 3-minute song, right? There's really no excuse because the lyrics do repeat themselves. So, I mean, come on, 7 minutes, come on.
It's a little bit longer than that to fucking light up a joint and pass it around to a couple people.
Yeah, I mean, I had to grow up with it. It was on the radio all the fucking time, like 3 times an hour, 4 times an hour. So you're talking like 20 minutes out of every hour, and it was like, oh come on, I have heard this already. I mean, it really was funny. Back in my day, it really was top 40 radio. I mean, they really just played 40 songs over and over for 4 years. I mean, that's really what the radio was. They just played the same songs over and over and over and over.
Top 27 songs because they didn't really have a top.
Yeah, it almost was like that. It was only like the top 4. It seems like they played 4 songs over and over. Fortunately, one of them was Hotel California, which did please me, because I could just listen to that forever. So that was the good part.
My dad raised me on the Eagles and Hotel California. That's like all I heard for the first like 10 years of my life. I only heard the Eagles music.
Yeah, well, every time I hear the song now, I get stoned. I mean, I just automatically get stoned. I don't even have to smoke a joint. I get stoned. I mean, it's just, yep, stoned.
Fuck, you're lucky. I grew up on like The Doors and fucking The Guess Who, and Bob Marley. Where the fuck did my mom get that from?
Yeah, that's weird. The chicks like the Doors thing. I mean, I have to concede that guy was pretty good
We're
looking.
white. Sure.
Whatever his fucking name was, he was pretty good looking. But you know, the Doors were kind of a couple of good songs, but you know, the rest of it was kind of whatever. I have shiny shoes. I'm wearing my shiny
Similarly
shoes.
to the Cars, a little bit different, but pretty out there.
Yeah. Ooh, Cars reminds me of Cyndi Lauper. Right? I liked Cyndi Lauper. But then she made that music video. She got so burnt because you know Cyndi Lauper had come without Madonna. You know what I mean? If Madonna never existed, Cyndi Lauper would be like Madonna, right? I mean, she would have been so much because it was just she got so overshadowed by Madonna. Every time Cyndi Lauper had a great song, Madonna would do something spectacular to overshadow her. And she has that one. Cyndi Lauper has that one song. You know, I would drive all night or something. And it was like a video. And I remember that was just, it was brilliant. It was like, and nobody was appreciating. I was like, oh man, this sucks because this is really brilliant shit. And it's like I think she just got totally disinterested because of that. Because you know she just got burnt. I mean, she did really good stuff and nobody appreciated it. Yeah, well, she did get a little fat, though. Happens to girls.
They all did.
Yeah, it's like Jewel. Jewel, like, went right to hell. I don't know what happened to her. She's like, you know, just, whoops, yep, I ate way too many hamburgers.
Have you seen that bitch's fucking teeth? That shit's fucked. Got, like, English teeth.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like kind of the little funky teeth.
Speaking of teeth, Julia Roberts' fucking mouthpiece. That shit's rough.
Yeah, well, Julie Roberts doesn't do anything for me. I don't like her. She's scary. So, yeah.
Speaking of ugly women, there's this video by The Lonely Island that has Michael Bolton in it called, like, the Jack Sparrow song or something like that. And they have Michael Bolton dressed up as Aaron Brockovich, and he looks curiously very, very much like Sarah Jessica Parker. Very curious.
Yeah. Well, she was hot, though, you know?
This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Well, that was pretty good. She seemed good, too. But, yeah, the Jessica Parker thing, yeah, she had this hotness thing about her in the beginning, but, yeah, it just wore off so much.
Is Sharon Stone. She's like in her late 50s. Fucking hot as shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen her lately, but, you know, I just remember she was hot as shit. That's all I know. I mean, you know, that fucking stupid cowboy movie, and she does that little naked scene there on the dynamite, and you're just like, holy fuck. I mean, you just don't do better 10 than that. I mean, that is like as 10 as you can 10. You know, you can't 10 any more 10-y.
I know, let's talk about how popular culture is eroding and destroying the minds of coddled Western youth.
Who's doing that? Fuck, I missed Obama? Yeah, Obama's doing that. Yeah, I knew he was.
No
Bastard.
popular culture.
Oh, popular culture. What is it? There isn't even such a thing anymore. Popular culture is conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory is the new popular culture. Ooh, she's even got a good cat. That's cool. He's all fuzzy and shit.
His name is Leopold.
Well, that's a good name. My cat isn't hanging out with me at all, which is really, I feel kind of snubbed. He's like sleeping outside. It's like you could sleep in the house. He sleeps outside instead. It's like, what the fuck is that shit?
Gary.
I've got 3. They all have to sleep with us every night. It's fucking ridiculous.
Gary, like, did you ever feel like a rebellion? I mean, I guess, I assume you felt a rebellion against your parents, but, like...
You didn't finish your sentence. Rebellion against your parents, like what?
How early did that happen in your life?
No, I don't know. 4 and a half. like that. I mean, I figured out they were lying to me. As soon as I asked them a question, they just started lying. I'm like, that doesn't sound like the truth. And so, you know, it didn't take long to figure out, you know, the bullshit.
I mean, I figured out the bullshit like a long time ago, but I'm still stuck with my parents. I'm 21 years old and I'm still stuck with them. And I mean, I know they're full of shit, but I you know, there's nothing I can really do. I mean, I'm still dependent on them for the most part.
Kind of means they are stuck with you.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. What are you going to do? You're going to punch them in the face? I mean, you can't really do much about it anyway, all right? I mean, you know, I get along with my parents, but, you know,
Empower
I've sort of...
yourself. Get a job. Move. I moved out when I was 16 years old. It's super easy. Super easy.
Well, I know it's super easy. I mean, living in your car thing kind of sucks.
But if you don't like your situation, it's very simple to change. You just have to make some hard decisions.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, I'll sell myself on the street. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that it wasn't. Well, I know, but it just kind of does, you know. I mean, you know, first year I moved out was not exactly fun.
It's really not that easy when you have to pay fucking $800.
I've been working since I was 14. Moved out at 17.
Yeah, I know. So, well, I got the same story. I've been working since I was 11. So, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I used to shovel driveways for a quarter. Okay, a quarter. A driveway.
Easier to take care of yourself and put up with your
Papers,
parents.
$4 a month.
I never had this problem where I was dependent on my parents, because when I was 17, my mom was asking me to give her money for cigarettes and shit like that. So yeah, I never had that issue. I don't even remember exactly when I started work. If you consider like going around and making like little advertisement kind of paper thingies that you give to people, I don't know how that's called. But yeah, I was doing that at 15, and then as soon as I turned 16, I worked at my most horrible job ever at McDonald's, which pretty much made me a vegetarian.
Fuck, I worked at McDonald's too.
Yeah, well, that will do it to you, that restaurant shit. You know, because I got the same thing when I was 15. That's the first 8-hour job I got. You know, because my other jobs were all part-time, newspapers, all that kind of crap. So my first official job was in a restaurant, and I started off washing pots. And it was the most disgusting fucking job. I mean, you're just sitting there for 8 hours, and you're sitting there with this sink and this grunge and this shit and dead carcasses and crap, and you know, all night you're just scooping up.
Best is when you break a glass in the wash water and you cut your hand.
Oh, it was just terrible. And then you get home at night and your fingers are, you know, your fingers all got all these holes in them from all the forks and the knives that you've jabbed your hands into. And you're all night when you try to go to sleep, all you hear is dishes crashing, and you can't get the sound out of your fucking head. Oh, it was just miserable.
Yeah, I had this. Like 11 to 12, I used to sit up on the golf course. Yeah, anyway. I used to hunt the golf balls that the guys would hit in the woods, and I'd go sit at the hole that came after the one that they just hit it on, and I'd sell it back to them for like a nickel.
Yeah, I love that racket too. But I used to do it when I went golfing. Like I'd go golfing for the whole day, right? So you know, because it would cost like $15 or whatever. So I'd just go for the whole day, and you know, and you could stay as long as you wanted. So I'd start off at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'd leave at 7 o'clock at night. And you know, and so 2 times during the day, you know, between my rounds of 18 holes, you know, so I played like 36, 46 holes a day. I would just go out and look for golf balls for an hour, you know, and I'd find 30 or 40 golf balls, and that would pay for my day's golf, you know. So I'm selling golf balls on the course, you know, then golfing. So yeah, that I could do forever. Actually, you know, that was fun. It's like finding money. It's like you're picking up fucking money off the ground. You know, these rich assholes, you know, just leave the golf balls there in the woods, and you just walk in there and go get them. You know, they're fucking $1.50 a piece.
But did you you ever contemplate suicide before you were even like 20
Yeah.
years old?
Yeah, yo, I can give you a great story. When I was 10 years old, I stuck a knife to my chest right in front of my mother. And I said, if you don't shut up, bitch, I'm sticking this knife through my chest. All right? I mean, I did it, and I was damn serious. And I just, it was almost a great moment, just because I just watched her turn white. And she's like, oh, my son is insane. Holy fucking shit. I just realized, oh, I own her now. Okay? You know, she just can't do anything. She's dead now. She's dead. She has no power anymore because she's so afraid.
I've thought about killing myself so many times, but I can't even bring it up, not even once, to my parents. You know, if you know, I'll be institutionalized. You know.
Yeah, well, you really can't talk about it. You just got to get to it eventually. There's no,
That kind of thing.
you know, you
Fucking
just.
life fucking sucks. Everyone wants to kill themselves. It fucking sucks. You just have to deal
You're
with it.
21 years old, you get out of the fucking house, get an apartment, get some fucking beers, get a fucking hooker or some, you know, whatever,
Yeah, I
and
know,
then...
but it's still not that easy, you know, because I was
No, but
exactly
just think
there.
about it.
You know,
Every
I
day
was
fucking
living
life
in my
sucks.
fucking car.
It fucking sucks.
I took my
Don't
dog
be
back to the
depressed all the
shelter.
time.
That's how sure I was done. I was saying, I'm fucked. You know, I was like, I'm fucked. This is over. So I took my dog back to the shelter because I knew, yeah, I'm dying. I'm dying. Fuck this. You know, and I didn't do it.
With me, it's even funnier because I never felt like I want to kill myself. I mean, never was I that upset or that desperate that I want to kill myself. But on the other hand, I know that this is the way I'm going to go because I doubt euthanasia is going to be like legal. So unless I get in a car accident or somebody kills me, that's the way I'm going to go. So yeah, I thought about this a lot and I researched a lot, you know, like how are you supposed to do it to be, you know, the most painless way and stuff like that.
Yeah, it really sucks. You do that research, you're just like, oh, you can't come up with something better than putting a bag over my head? What the fuck? You wrote a book telling me to put a bag over my head? I mean, fuck her. You don't write a book telling me to put a bag over my head. You know, I'm going to do the Kevorkian thing. Kevorkian slipped out. You know, he said he had a better idea than the carbon monoxide. And I sort of get this one in theory, so I have to make myself a thing. But, you know, he basically said you have to just put pressure on your carotid artery, you know, going to your brain.
I would just go parachute.
And once you
jump
got
into
enough
parachute.
pressure, you know, you don't have to cut off your throat or break your neck or anything or your spine. You just have to put pressure on those arteries.
You just have to sever the blood flow.
And once you knock your blood pressure out to your brain, you're done. You know, as long as you can keep the pressure on.
I mean,
So you just got to create a tourniquet of some kind.
Jumping with no parachute. The thing with jumping from heights, I mean, I think that would be the more fun way to do it, at least as I'm concerned, but I would never risk it. I mean, what if something happens and you don't die? You know, you end
yeah,
up
and it just
paralyzed,
sucks.
or
Come
you end up
on.
all fucked up.
I've never watched
You don't
anybody
die.
do that where it looked like any
Exactly.
fun at all. It's like those people who jumped out of the Twin Towers and they hit the building as they're falling. I mean, they don't even get to have a direct hit on the ground. They first bang into the building, and it's like, oh fuck, I do not want to do that.
That's why you go from a plane, but 5,000.
Well, I know, but still, I mean,
You're not gonna
you know
make
how
it. I
long
wouldn't worry
those
too much
7
about
seconds
making it.
are? You know how long they are? I mean, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to hit the ground, I'm going to hit the ground, I'm going to hit the ground, I'm going to hit the ground. I mean, come on, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be thinking about the ground.
I think I would be too...
You're gonna be holding your own arteries out.
Too chicken shit to do it. Yeah, I think the only way that I would kill myself is if I could get a bunch of pills to take and then just die taking pills, go to sleep, and just not get up. Because I'd be too much of a pussy to do any of the shit.
You won't necessarily die. You won't.
Yeah, that's that one you have to do. You have to have a backup plan. So you have to do like pills, put some charcoal briquettes, you know, in a little, you know.
You have to do the Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. Well, you put
Shoot
some
up
charcoal
and shoot yourself in
briquettes
the
because
head.
they'll suck up all the oxygen. So you take a warm bath, take some barbiturates, carbon monoxide, and that'll probably finish you off. But you know, I want to
I
have.
actually like the thing with the plane. I mean, if there was a plane available to me, I don't see how that would work out. But if there was a plane available to me, yeah, sure, I'd jump from a plane. I mean,
Yeah, I just don't.
if I was
I
like,
don't like
7
that.
years old, and just how the hell I'm gonna get into a plane and climb, I can't even imagine that being a possibility.
Yeah, I just don't like that smashy in the ground thing. That just seems, that's almost like a bullet. I'd rather take a bullet, actually. I'd rather do the bullet thing than do the smash into the ground thing.
I've thought about just, there's a bridge.
To do the bullet thing, you have to
that
do
I
it
could
right, or
jump
you
off
fuck
and
yourself
die.
up.
Yeah, well, I can kind of aim. I
wanna-
kind of know where the center of my brain is. So, you know, I know the kind of...
I basically came to Hawaii as a slow form of suicide. I'm hoping that exposure to the beach eventually takes me out.
And you get eaten by fish or something, a little piece at a time, and each little piece of you that gets eaten goes, ow, 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 I'm conscious, and I'm getting eaten by fish, ow, 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 ow. And you're like when your toe gets eaten, your toe tries to swim away because it's trying to get back to the shore. My toe is trying to get back to the shore because it feels the need to get back to land. No, it doesn't.
No.
Obviously, nobody ever said it did. You guys love these.
Well, I'm just going to keep ragging on you because you've said close enough. You have
Ragging on
you have
me, you're just
literally
making stuff
said
up.
things very, 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 very close to that very same thing.
Well, right, I did say that paramecium wear glasses and read the New York Times and discuss it, and I don't know why you guys don't accept that. I mean, there was that, but other than that, not really.
Well, there was the cell phone thing, so let's not keep playing games here.
Just a pun.
I mean, I've contemplated throwing myself off a bridge or taking myself out with one of my parents' power tools, but that's just so
A
fucking
power
rude.
tool, come on. I'm going to drill a lot of holes in me. And, you know,
It will
the
accomplish nothing to kill yourself. Nothing at all.
power tools, I mean, that's, yeah, circular saw, that'll work.
Well,
Oh,
why not
man.
just realize life is such shit, it doesn't really matter, it's fucked up. How about that solution, basically?
Oh, whatever, it does matter. You just have to go through it every
Yeah,
fucking
you know,
day.
you
You
know,
gotta
your
live
mama
through the
doesn't
burdens.
love
You gotta
you.
look at it. You see little fucking videos with little fucking baby elephants with little fucking broken legs getting eaten by fucking lions alive, and it just say to yourself, there's not a motherfucking thing on this planet worth that shit. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. We've never made a cupcake spectacular enough
Well, you know,
to
those
justify that.
cameramen, if they were ethical, ordinary people,
It's
and
not
even
about
those
the
ranchers,
it's not about the
they put their
cameraman,
life-
Pyro.
No, I'm talking. They would have put that animal out of its misery. That's what you do.
I'm just saying though, Pyro, it happens every fucking day, okay? There aren't cameramen looking out for all the elephants, all right? There aren't cameramen looking out for all the wildebeest. There isn't cameramen looking out for all the gazelles. There just is, it's happening. I'm just saying it happens every fucking day, Pyro.
Abandoning a living, whoever heard of elephants abandoning like a young elephant in distress? That's not how they do it.
Of course it happens, Pyro. It does happen. I've seen documentaries where it's happened.
I've seen it too, where like they get
It happens
chased
all
off
the
and
time for the
lost
greater
and still.
good. Sacrifice one for the whole
Well, I'm
family.
just saying, they hang out
Happens
for
all the
3
time.
days, all right? They finally have to leave because they have to go get water. I mean, they have to live, all right? They can't just stay because somebody's injured. They try to fix the problem. If they can't fix it, they gotta leave.
That clip is from? Because I thought I'd seen that. I remember that whole documentary then. Yeah, right. Okay, maybe that was real. But there's terrible things, and I've seen a lot of them. I don't deny that. And I think one thing we can do is help put things out of their misery, human, otherwise. I believe in that.
Well, why
Euthanasia
create the
for that kind of
potential
thing.
for the misery is the rational argument here. Is just why create the potential in the first place.
Weeds or cover Britney Spears.
Well, I'm just saying, there's just nothing we're doing. We're really not cutting enough mustard to be making more Frankensteins. Frankensteins aren't that cool.
I mean, Kevorkian was a hero. I agree with you.
No, I don't even know if he's a hero. He's just a damn decent man. I mean, the
He's a hero.
fucker.
Yeah, he's been a good
He just didn't
activist.
want to leave suffering. Why not help people? If you're going to die of sad, horrible, pathetic, painful existence, like, help them out of it as fast as you can. Why not?
The thing is,
Why prolong the pain and suffering?
The thing he exposed is, I don't know if people know this, but it's basically a known thing in the medical world. You know, doctors do Kevorkian stuff all the time, and hospice brings morphine and eventually helps dose out the hospice person. And it's just that they don't believe in talking about it. They all know that it's the right thing to do. I mean, not all, but predominantly. But philosophically, they can never admit it. They won't admit it. Kevorkian, part of Kevorkian is almost a Paul kind of, not Rand Paul, but, you know, like one of those guys that I disagree with, but hey, it's the kind of a person who speaks his mind. And he didn't like the bullshit that he wanted it to be overt, that you could help people because doctors think that way, but because they won't admit it, they back off. You know, if somebody's in the press or whatever.
Yeah, but there's a double standard there, Pyro, that you're ignoring, because when they're still making money,
Kevorkian went to jail.
when they're still making money off somebody,
they're going to jail. Western society is fucked.
You know, when they're still making money off somebody, especially when they're in the hospital, they'll do all kinds of crap to keep them alive, okay? When it's in their financial interest, they'll keep them alive. It's when the paycheck stops, that's when they'll kill them. All right, so that's part of this problem, and let's also recognize that it's the medical industrial complex that has put obstacles to ethical right to die legislation. The MAA, whatever it is, yeah, whatever, is opposed to the right to die.
Well, yeah, and this moral conviction about it.
I wanted to say basically that it's not because they don't want to talk about it. I mean, at least not here. It's not that they have these convictions, but they just don't want to talk about it and blah, blah, blah. If they talk about it, they will get in real trouble. Like 3 years ago when there was that guy, he was from my town and he had hepatic cirrhosis and he messaged the president. He wrote a letter, asking to be euthanized. All his organs were mushed. He was just, suffering, and obviously he was denied this. And there was this one doctor who said that euthanasia should be legal, and he got fucking crucified. He got fired for it. He got in the media. He just because he said that this should be an option at some point.
Well, look at that French woman case. I mean, that one just really surprised me, because you think of France as being rather progressive. You know, I mean, this woman's got this horrible disease. The tumors have actually forced her eyeball out of her head. She's blind. She has no quality of life. And they sat there and forced her to commit suicide in this brutal way in a hotel room. I mean, it was just, what the fuck is this shit?
I hadn't heard that. And you're against that they've forced the suicide.
Well, I'm just saying, she asked to be, humanely euthanized, through a doctor, and they wouldn't give her an exemption. They wouldn't allow her the right to die, so she had to do it against the law.
Well, this guy that I mentioned, the one with hepatic cirrhosis, he couldn't even commit suicide himself. He was basically paralyzed. He was in bed. Like I said, all his organs were crushed. There was somebody with him 24 hours a day because, and we have a punishment here. If you watch somebody commit suicide, you can get up to 3 years for it. I don't remember how the fuck that's called. Complicit to something. I don't know how it's called. But yeah, only if you let somebody commit suicide, you can go to jail.
Yeah, well, they tried to change the Swiss law, actually, but they had a referendum and the people voted to keep the right to die. But the problem is the government still wants to prevent people from migrating to Switzerland to die. But there's not that many people that do it. It's only like 400 people a year. I mean, most people can't really logistically pull off this idea of going to Switzerland to die. They're too sick. They're too unhealthy. I mean, it's a big fucking hassle obliging people to go to fucking Switzerland to die. Who wants to die there? People want to die in their home.
What would be the thing that pushed you over the edge? Like, what would be the minimum thing that would have to happen to you to make you commit suicide? I thought about this.
Well, if I fart 3 times in 1 hour, I know it's over. Okay, so if that happens, it's over.
Seriously, I mean, I could live without an arm, and I could live without, I don't know. I couldn't live without my sight. I mean, I was talking about this on Blog TV once, and everybody was, well, there are so many blind people who are happy, and look at ATS blind chick, and blah, 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 this is offensive. It's like you're telling them that they're not, their lives are not worth living. But it's just for me, I could not live if I was blind. Too much of my pleasure comes from my sight. You know, I couldn't be able to do so much things that I take pleasure in that it would just not be worth.
Yeah, bandits
The
wearing
minimum that
shorts.
would make you want to
Amazing.
live life,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, whatever. I get a bad enough headache. You know, it's going to be 50-50 for me. I mean, I'm sure I have no willingness to put up with too much shit. I've been through enough in my life.
Jerry, what's the minimum that would make you want to live life?
Yeah, you really can't package it. I mean, what would it be? Oh yeah, I have this great sexual thing, but I know that's going to be over. Okay, and there'll be a next day, and I'll wake up, and it'll be over. Well, I'm just saying, I'm not going to live his life. Okay, and I'm just saying that even I already have enough brains to know that that's kind of bullshit. I mean, it all runs out. There's no fairy tale ending to this thing. It's just addiction you're satisfying. It's just another bag of potato chips. So just tell me, well, how many bags of potato chips would it take? Well, it doesn't really matter how many you give me. I mean, I know the game.
For me, I mean, personally, I don't know, my will to live is pretty strong for some reason. I actually like living, so for me, it would be all about, you know, physical pain. If I was not in any physical pain, I include here, you know, everything from starvation to actual disease like constant pain, I think I could manage living. I mean, personally.
Well, but what if you are just confined to a comfortable 1,500 square foot, you know, apartment, but you know, you lost your real mobility?
I could deal with that. I could deal with that. I mean, at least for a while. I don't know for how long, but if you were to like incarcerate me right now, and I would have like at least access to the internet or movies or books or something, I don't know if I would want to die right away, but maybe after a while it would get fucking boring.
Yeah, that's my answer to that question of the minimum. Is
everything.
It's a cycle thing. It's like, you know, people that do end up committing suicide for depression reasons, not necessarily analytically like we're discussing it, but, you know, you're going on mood swings, and sometimes it gets low enough down, you have a personality to do something that's basically suicidal, if not literally. And I basically think that's how I would take the problem. It's like almost any situation could make you suicidal. You could be in a great situation and just one love affair, whatever, however it affects your cycle. If you bottom out, then the question for me then is when I'm at a bottom point, I'm like, can I get out of this? And I'm going to think I'm give it a chance that it probably will get out of it because I've been in ones enough to figure, well, I can wait it out a little before I be drastic. And but you know, when the point when I get convinced I'm not going to run out of it, I agree, and I could be any situation, you know, and that's why I understand if wealthy kids never got happiness and their complaints might seem minor, but hey, they just it wasn't happy.
Well, look, but Pyro, part of this equation isn't just the dark side. It's the fact that the light bulb, you see the light bulb, okay? You don't see the light, you see the light bulb, and you say, oh, it's just a light bulb. You're a moth chasing shit, okay? There's no real moon. And so part of it, part of it is this equation where you really have to have a need. But you've seen people who go through shit, and you say, why the fuck are they going through that? You know, like 4 different chemotherapies, this, and I mean, they're going through all this crap. You know, they're 85 years old. They got nothing to live for anyway, except for what, watching Bugs Bunny cartoons. I mean, and they're just going through all this shit, and you're saying, why are they doing that? It's because they can't let go of life. They're just so fucking goddamn, they have to be here. They just can't face the being dead, and they also need to do the, I need one more meatball, I need one more meatball. They're chasing something, whether it's, you know, they're just not done. I don't know how to even word it, but they're obviously compelled by a desire.
And it's not just them as well, it's these industries. They're like fucking leeches. They feed off of these people, their families. Like, why do you think all of these older people are in homes all drugged up and shit? Like, they're getting paid Like,
Well, yeah,
these
no,
facilities
and
are
people
being paid
show
for
up and
these
call
people to
them
be there. It's
cowards.
ridiculous.
They call you a coward. They call you a, oh, don't give up. Don't be a quitter. You know, that's all this, all this psychology games are played too. It's like they do this with little kids. It's like St. Jude. I think of St. Jude Hospital as fucking, Mengele's institution. Is they take these kids and they force them to want to live. And they force them to go through bone marrow transplants, insane procedures, disgusting crap. And you're just saying, who the fuck would do this to fucking kids? Why don't you just let them gracefully exit? Take them to goddamn Disneyland, let them have a hooker, and let them have a graceful end. I mean,
Let it fucking end. They do the Make-A-Wish fucking bullshit.
Let's let every 13-year-old just fucking die. It makes a lot of sense, Just let them fucking
No,
croak.
but why let the people who have no chance just absorb resources and waste fucking time and effort? There's no point for it. There's no point. They go through this pain, they go through this suffering. Why?
I actually work in a children's hospital, believe it or not. Many of these kids do recover from terminal illnesses. I wouldn't say a large portion, certainly not the majority, but about a minority does. And it's a sizable minority.
well, I'm just saying.
However, it's not the kid that's pushing for the recovery. It never is. It's always the family.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying I think it would just be more humane to give them the right or the freedom anyway to accept their death. If that's it just would be efficient in some cases, because I think they just make the kid feel like they have to live, not that they need to, that they have to.
With a child, it's a bit different. This is kind of a gray area. A child can't decide to die by their own volition. They do not have the cognitive resources to say, I wish to die, the suffering is too great. However, on the other hand, I think a lot of parents of these children need to be more educated about these illnesses and what the possible outcome could be, and what they should really concentrate on is quality of life rather than treatment or care.
Yeah, exactly, but I think you're wrong. I think these kids can make these decisions. I mean, there's that British case where, it was an 11-year-old kid, he was incredibly articulate, basically said, yeah, I know I'm cooked, and I would just like to gracefully get out. I'd like to just let it go. And the British society wouldn't let him just gracefully go. I mean, they forced him to do another treatment.
The resources are not being wasted on kids, though. They, like Gam said, though, they have the highest survival rate for cancer, more so than any other demographic.
Well, it's still, like I said, the point is that it's all psychology, okay? The need isn't necessarily something that the kid is manifesting. It's something the society and the parents are manifesting. And so they're applying a standard that's insane, because it's not them that's experiencing it. I certainly would think it an abuse of my pet to treat it like that.
Child. Oh, I was going to say, it was like last year or the year before, there was that girl, I think it was a girl anyway, and her parents refused to give her treatment for her diabetes, something that could be taken care of easily.
That's really not the subject. It's not the subject.
Subject.
Yeah, no, the subject's about the right to die, not about the right to be a religious nut. Those are two different subjects, asshole.
So the freedom of choice.
Yes.
Well, I don't think parents should have any
should
absolute choice to abuse their children.
Should be prevented and legally unable to do these things for ourselves. I think it's a fair question, something that should be looked at. It's never an option.
Yeah, well, being a parent is a responsibility, not a privilege, in my opinion.
My brother are going to be staying here for just a couple more days, and they're kind of upset that I'm ignoring them.
Alright, well, go make them some cupcakes and such. Give them some fruits and whatnots.
Could you make me some cupcakes, please? I've been 2 days without a female in the house, and things are just falling apart. I haven't eaten. I don't even know where the cups are. I haven't drank any water, and I'm dying of dehydration.
That's really weird. I mean, I just didn't see Voight as being a real housewife or something. That's just so funny. I figured you did the cooking or something. She just seems like she would say, "Ah, you make dinner, you fuck."
Actually, yeah, I do the cooking and most of the cleaning.
Okay,
still,
okay. Yeah, I figured. I mean, you gotta earn that kind of woman. You know what I'm saying? You really do. You really have to know how to use a vacuum cleaner and shit because you gotta earn that kind of woman.
True that, man. My husband does the vacuuming at my house.
Husband? You didn't tell me you had no fucking husband. God damn it. What is wrong with you women? Fucking this marriage thing is a really bad idea.
Civil union.
I don't know.
Cut her off. It's not going to be nothing but a heartbreak.
Yeah, this gives me some angle, right? Civil union, okay. Yeah, I can work around that, right?
There's an in somewhere.
Yeah, okay. It's like, as long as at least one in. That's all I need.
Marriage, including marriage, and all these other fun institutions that I hate so much.
if this in happens to be an out, you may have captured my interest.
Yeah, well, I was happy with the in, so just whatever. But whatever. He's an emo kind of guy. But whatever. Different strokes and such.
There's definitely strokes.
I'll technically take close to an in even. I'll take like, somewhere in the area of one. Actually.
Hey Gary, the website's still saying it's May 21st in some parts of the world. They're trying to get some time so they can run off with all the money they've made.
Haha. Well, that was funny. Joke totally failed.
We all know that God already took the only person worthy of rapture, and that was the macho man, Randy Savage. Only person deserving of it has already been taken from this world.
Yep. Him and Jeebus are made for each
Camping's
other.
website got raptured too.
What do you think they'll find in the toxology on the macho man? Yeah, that'll be a good one. Who could write up his toxology?
I'm sure that steroids had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a car crash. It was a seizure beforehand or whatever he had first. Heart attack or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a heart attack, which most certainly would be related to steroid abuse.
Oh, just some dopey wrestler. Don't pay any attention. I don't even know why people pay any attention. Silly, dopey idiot died. People write it up and write stories about it. I kind of feel bad for like Elizabeth Taylor. It's kind of sad, like when you die. Oh, I died the same year as Randy Savage, the Macho Man. Oh, fuck.
Elizabeth Taylor was actually my neighbor for 2 years. And I do have to say, she was a complete, absolute cunt. I was like 4 years old, and I was riding my bicycle in her driveway. This is the only time I saw her exit her house. She ran outside screaming at me and beating me with a broom.
Oh, that is so cool, though. If that's a true story, I mean, that is so fucking cool. I would love to be beaten with a broom by Elizabeth Taylor. That is just so fucking cool. God damn. But I loved you in National Velvet. I did. Why are you beating me? And you were beautiful in that other movie. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn or whatever. What the hell was that movie that she was in? Jane Eyre. Oh, yeah. She had this little role in Jane Eyre. And she was like the prettiest girl you ever saw. She played this little beautiful girl, and she was dying. And it was just this little perfect little beautiful girl. She was just magnificent.
I think she was hottest in Cats on a Hot Tin Roof. That's when she was at her apogee.
She was beautiful.
So fucking hot then.
Yeah, well, that was a great movie. Paul Newman and the big guy, and I mean, that was just a great movie.
Yeah, that lady definitely had quite a set of eyes.
Yeah, she did have a face.
Burton.
Yeah, well, Mr. Burton went all nuts. But yeah, you could tell you didn't want to live with her. I mean, you could tell she just didn't turn out nothing like she was when she was young. You know what I mean? You could just kind of tell she was dumb and kind of ignorant and kind of just, she didn't have any of that deep. The depth of her characters in the movies was as deep as she had ever been. She had never stepped in water any deeper, than the characters in the movies. That's a great story, though. Get beaten by Elizabeth Taylor or the Broom. And damn, you almost wish you had some home movies of that shit. And that would be great shit.
I swear, though, it was the only time I ever saw her outside of her house. She was a complete and total recluse, and this was like rural Washington State. It was like one of two houses in 5 square miles.
Yeah, well, I have some appreciation for that reclusy thing. I've been doing that myself for a while. But,
There's a lot to be said for towns with under 100 people.
yeah, I just never thought of her living in Washington State. That's kind of why I always thought she just lived in the Hollywood Hills somewhere or something.
She actually moved when the population exploded here in the 90s, when Microsoft really started to get huge and Boeing started doing most of their manufacturing here. Houses sprouted up everywhere, and she just went back down south.
Gary, hello. Let's talk about Tesla and Einstein, please, and physics.
No.
Since you love to talk about it lately in your videos, and math, please, if you would be so kind.
No. Yeah, no. Speak common English.
Did you say no?
Yes, that's what I said. I said no. I don't want to talk about Tesla.
So why do you use math in your videos then, like me? You do watch my videos, obviously.
Whatever. I didn't.
I watched the ones that have you.
Quit rocking out with your cock out.
Yeah, I haven't watched any lately. The last one I watched was the first 2 minutes of your 4-part one response to me. So I watched 2 minutes of 4 videos.
And then you made a comment about it. So you only watched 2 minutes of a 4-part response.
Yeah, because it was completely retarded, and that's what I said. It's too retarded to watch.
Why is it retarded?
Because of your attitude, your whole demeanor,